Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to today's video. Today I have 5 of the biggest weight loss mistakes I see people make. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel now if you want to learn more about how to make a sustainable diet you don't really have to think about. Let's go ahead and get into the first tip. The first mistake I see people making is dropping their calories too low, too fast. Successful dieting comes when we're able to see results from whatever diet we're doing. If your diet is asking more from you than you are able to give, then you're not going to have a successful diet, you're not going to lose weight. This is often seen when we drop calories too low, too fast. We get really excited and we want to see results right away, so we'll slash what we're eating by 1,000 calories. And a lot of times that works Monday through Friday and you're able to see weight loss. But the second you clock out from work, all throughout the weekend, you're no longer able to keep that calorie deficit. So when Monday rolls back around, best case, you're back to your starting weight, and worst case, you actually weigh more than you did last Monday because you cut calories too low, too fast, and rebelled really hard on the weekend. We can see weight loss when we drop calories by small numbers like 100 to 200 calories. So instead of dropping calories all at once, take progressive calorie drops all throughout your diet. Start by dropping by 100 calories, and when you no longer see weight loss, drop by another 100 calories instead of going straight into 1,000 calorie or even 500 calorie deficit, which is ultimately just too hard for you to keep over time. A second mistake I see people making is trying to make too many behavior changes at once. Sometimes because we're so excited about starting a diet and we want to lose weight so bad, we decide to follow a plan that asks us to change a lot of the things that we're currently doing. So for instance, maybe you want to lose weight, so you're going to have to be in a calorie deficit. But on top of that, you decide you're going to lift weights 3 times a week and do cardio 3 times a week, when currently you're lucky if you make it to the gym 1 time a week. That's asking a lot. You're already going to have to make the first behavior change of eating less. Now you're gonna have to make a behavior change of lifting weights 3 times a week and another behavior change of doing cardio 3 times a week. Research shows that one behavior change at a time is really the best route to take. And it takes 2 to 3 weeks for any behavior change to really set in. This is why we see a lot of people fail their diets, or maybe you're used to failing your diet, at about the 2 to 3 week mark. Those behavior changes haven't become habits yet. So instead of doing everything all at once, just make one behavior change at a time. The most important change is that you're going to have to eat less to lose weight. So let's start there. And that does not mean you have to get rid of all carbs, all alcohol, or all processed food. Those are all behavior changes as well. If you currently eat carbs, drink wine, or eat processed food on occasion, you can continue to do that. Just eat a little less carbs, drink a little less wine, and eat a little less processed food. That way, you're less overwhelmed by all the changes that you're making, and we can make this a sustainable change that leads to long-term weight loss and actually being able to see results. Because again, if we can't stick to the changes we're making, then we will not lose weight, we will not see change, and any weight loss we are able to see is going to quickly go away because we can't stick to those behavior changes. We haven't made new habits. Weight loss is not about he who makes the most extreme changes. It's about he who sticks to the changes that he makes. So building healthy habits instead of just following arbitrary rules is going to really help you be more successful with dieting. The third mistake I see people make is by completely eliminating or demonizing certain foods or food groups. It's really trendy right now to be a part of the war on carbs and to want to completely eliminate those from your diet. But the life you lead right now is for a reason. You enjoy carbs, you like bread, so why completely get rid of them? That's a really extreme change and something you'd have to keep up for the rest of your life if you want to continue to see weight loss or be able to keep the weight off. The more your diet matches your non-diet, the easier it's going to be for you to continue to adhere to your diet. We don't have to completely get rid of anything. We can continue to eat carbs, continue to eat fat, continue to eat processed food, but we do have to eat a little less. If not eating carbs is going to help you eat less, that's great. But keep in mind, when you add those carbs back, then what happens? For a lot of us, when we're told we can't have something, that's when we want it the most. So instead of taking carbs that you love and you enjoy to eat all the way out of your diet, just eat a little bit less of them. For a lot of us, when we're told that we can't have something, that's when we want it the most. So when we try to take carbs completely out of our diet just to lose a couple pounds, we end up gaining a couple pounds because all of a sudden we're so obsessed with carbs that that's the only food we want to eat. So instead of completely eliminating carbs or fat or processed food, just eat a little bit less of them. That way, it makes it easier for you to not only lose weight initially, but to be able to keep that weight off. The fourth mistake I see people making is prioritizing cardio. Now, cardio has its benefits. It's good for your heart and it can help you burn calories. But most of us don't really want to just lose weight. We want to burn fat, lose fat, and create a more shapely, better looking, at least to ourselves, body. In this case, strength training is really what you want to prioritize. Strength training helps us build and maintain muscle so that when you're losing weight, you're losing fat, not muscle. Instead of sitting on the elliptical, treadmill, Stairmaster, whatever for an hour a day, lift some weights. It's gonna burn more calories, build muscle, maintain muscle while losing weight, and help you not only get to your goal weight, but also create your goal body. The fifth mistake I see people making is not prioritizing sleep. This is probably one of the most underrated aspects of healthy living across the board. Sleep is when we grow, when we recover, when we actually see a lot of weight loss happen. For myself, I can tell if I get less than 8 hours of sleep for 2 to 3 nights in a row, my weight can go up from 2 to 5 pounds. I have to get another night of 10 hours of sleep or a couple of nights of 8 to 9 hours of sleep to see my weight go back down even. When we're thinking about weight loss, it's not all work, work, work. Sometimes it's recover, recover, recover some more. So next time, instead of heading to the gym for an extra hour of cardio, head to bed for an extra hour of sleep. This is really going to help the scale show the results from the work that you're doing, and will really help you from getting frustrated when you know you're doing everything right, and yet the scale is randomly reading 2 to 3 pounds up. Sleep isn't the sexiest part of a weight loss program, but it is going to be one of the most beneficial. Don't be afraid to go to bed at 9 o'clock. Just because everybody else is hitting the club doesn't mean they have the same goals as you. If you want something, you do have to put in the work, and in this case, it's sleep. Go ahead and hit that like button now for 5 things you can do to create a more sustainable, enjoyable, and successful diet. 1, drop calories slowly. 2, make one behavior change at a time. 3, continue to eat all of your regular foods, just eat a little bit less of them. 4, prioritize strength training. And 5, go to sleep early. I hope you guys liked today's video. Comment below and let me know how many hours of sleep you're getting a night. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.